Okay, Tanshela, thank you very much for my falafel bags. I'm very excited.
You're welcome. Enjoy.
Thank you very much. All right, so who do I need to go to next to learn how to cook?
Your mom.
Okay, what's my mom going to teach me?
Tagarinas.
Okay.
Definitely. They called cracked or peeled fava beans.
Okay. Where'd you buy them?
I bought them from
Any Middle Eastern market?
any Middle Eastern market.
Okay. And how long do you soak them in for?
Overnight with a spoon of vinegar so that you don't get gas. Rinse them, and while they are doing that, we're gonna make some tahina. Do this one. It's always better to grind the beans first, separately from the greens.
Okay, why?
Honestly, I don't know. One of the chefs in Egypt recommended that I do that because I was in love with the falafel, the way he makes. He said, always make sure that you don't grind them together.
Yeah, you know
separately and then mix them.
You know, yours is the best falafel I had in my life. The second best falafel I had in my life is in Alexandria, in Skindereya.
يعني على اسكندرية.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's very high praise.
Yeah.
In our community, we have wonderful falafel makers, and like they're top tier.
The falafel of Skindereya, I'm sure you went to Muhammad Ahmed, the very famous guy.
Yeah.
That guy bought the restaurant, that store from an Egyptian Jew. His name was Benjamin.
Really?
Yes. And he says it himself. There was an interview on TV with him.
Wow.
Oh, it's just like sand.
Yeah, you know, it almost looks like, you know, minced garlic almost. Like,
yes,
it
exactly.
almost looks like that. So,
yes.
So for those of you who've seen minced garlic on the drier side, that's kind of what this looks like.
Yes. Jews, the Egyptians, I'm not gonna, because it's an Egyptian thing, they were more vegan than anything else because of the Coptic religion. They lived on, they fast, I would say about 100 days out of the year. I can't remember how many days, 40 days for Christmas and 55 days for Easter, and they are vegan.
The Coptics?
Yes.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just tasted this right here, and my 10th Shayla, she told me it's gonna taste like nothing, and she was right. Like literally, there's like no taste to this at all. So it's all in the seasoning. Did your mom make falafel? And your recipe then is different from hers.
Completely different.
Oh, really? Whose is better?
I can't say that. No, Sean, don't put me in trouble.
Funny story. We went to Ryan and Anna's son's Brit Milah.
Yes.
And the falafel there was very good. And so I asked Uncle Henry, your brother, I said, hey, before I have the falafel, tell me is it good? He's like, look, the falafel is very good, but you have to take out of your mind Shayla's falafel. Pretend it doesn't exist. Once you pretend it doesn't exist and get that out of your mind, you'll realize this is a very good falafel.
Oh boy. Chefs.
So you're constantly improving your recipe.
Exactly. The last one was, I think you got some of it. The last batch.
Oh yeah, the last batch you gave to me. I threw a party with it. It was amazing.
Yes. The last batch was really, I was shocked what he told me to put in it.
This is a chef from Egypt.
Yeah.
And you were in Egypt when you lived.
I was in Egypt, and I said, if you give me the recipe, I will not share it, but I would like to know what is it that you put in there.
And you can't tell me, of course. So.
What?
And you can't tell me now because you said you won't share it.
I'm not gonna open a restaurant and compete with him. That's what I meant by telling him. Okay, so I cut.
Wait, so what was the secret? What was the secret?
You will find it now. Just a second. Half a bunch of parsley, half a bunch of celery, cilantro, and just a little bit of
dill.
Yes.
All fresh.
All fresh, washed and dried.
Got it.
Okay, we're gonna put them all in there.
And so I know that we talked about the beans you're soaking overnight. This other prep work is 5 minutes. Just wash, cut, let it dry. There's no magic to it.
No magic to any of that.
Okay.
You know what? My hands are wet and the glove doesn't want to slide on my hands. So I'm going to do this. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
So I'll put them in and we'll grind them, cream them, as we say. And the falafel is almost done. The falafel recipe is almost done. You know that?
I'm blown away.
Why?
Because
You thought it was going to take forever?
yeah, I mean the short answer is not that I thought it was gonna take forever. It's that if you understand the technique behind it, you can move through things quickly, right? Like
Yes, yes,
like,
absolutely.
So
Yes.
you know.
Yeah.
And I also think if people understand this is work, it's not easy, but it's if they realize how few steps were involved, they might say, okay, I'll spend one night and I'll make a whole bunch and I'll freeze some.
That's what I do.
Yeah, I know. Last time I came, you had 2 or 3 packages you gave me that were frozen.
Yeah.
And you said this is plenty for 30 people. You have more than enough.
Well, it was.
It was definitely more than enough. It was so good. Even the people who told me they don't like falafel usually like the falafel. So. And the tahina too. Oh.
Just want them to be the rest. A little bit of.
Oh, you can actually smell, right? At this point, you can smell the greens.
Exactly. It's mainly the cilantro that gives it, or puree in this.
So basically remove the stems because they're just never going to...
Yeah, I cut a lot of the stems off of it before I even brought it in here, but...
Every once in a while a stem will remain, just pull it out. It's never going to grind all the way.
Because, yeah. Some people put it through the grinder, but the grinder doesn't do it as creamy as this. See what a big stem there is here?
Yeah.
Okay. Here it is. Now,
And so this is just mix this up at this point.
we're gonna mix it, but we have to put the spices.
Oh, there's spices too?
Yeah, of course. Okay, the spices are cumin.
And by the way, this is all seasoned to taste. There's no like magic 1 teaspoon.
No. There is no 1 teaspoon of this, 1 teaspoon of that. It's to taste. Okay, now.
There's 1 stem here. Let me get 1 stem like this.
Oh yeah. Get all of while I'm turning it. You see all the stems I had pulled
Oh yeah.
before. Okay, now let me. Okay. Yeah, put them away. Okay. I'm gonna mix them by hand.
Yeah.
You see now the color?
And you can see the liquid from the onions start to really get in there.
Yeah, and look at the color.
And it's starting to go green.
It's better that it's light green than dark green. See?
So you want it more light green than dark green?
Yes, because the darker it is, the darker the falafel will be. You found one?
Yeah, some stems.
Sorry.
That's good.
Yeah. While
And even the small stem, not going to matter. You're just, right, you're going to eat it. It's okay.
while you're putting it in the mold, you will have to remove it. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now we mixed it a little bit.
Okay, not all the way,
See,
right?
here is a. Okay, we mixed it a little bit, but
Okay.
now what I'm gonna do is some salt.
By the way, I just tasted some because I pulled the stem out. The taste completely changed. And I'm sure it's going to change some more as well.
Salt.
So for those of you keeping track at home, the proper Egyptian recipe is 4 seconds of shaking salt.
And coriander. But the coriander, I toasted it and I ground it in the coffee grinder. See?
So this is fresh coriander, toasted.
No, not fresh. It's dried.
Sorry,
The
dried
fresh is already, cilantro is here.
Got it. This is dried coriander seeds.
Toasted?
When you say toasted, you mean in the oven or roasted
No,
on
I roasted it in
the
yeah.
pan top? Okay. So
Yeah,
salt.
and then I ground it in a coffee grinder.
And no salt added to that.
No.
Okay.
You know what? I better put with a spoon so you will know. Otherwise, it will be too much. Okay. Here.
Okay.
A tablespoon. Okay.
A heaping tablespoon.
Okay. And then we're going to do the same for cumin.
And this cumin is store-bought, or did you make this cumin?
You grind it, but it's store-bought. The best place to buy it is from a Mexican store.
So you bought this, these are cumin seeds.
No. This is ground cumin.
Okay. completely. And
You
did
find it ground like that at the Mexican
got it.
stores.
Got
They
it.
are much better than you grinding it.
Okay.
See?
And this came in a pack, or this came
In a bag, you know those.
like fill up your bag and.
No. They come in sealed packages. Now, okay, some sesame.
It smells. I mean, I wish everybody here could smell it. It's starting to smell exactly like your house smells on the holidays.
But I don't make falafel for the holidays, Sean.
Oh, I'm telling you, yes, you do. We falafel for the end of Pesach.
Yeah.
So that's a hot. So yeah, I guess.
Okay, I'm gonna put just 2 tablespoons of sesame, and I know that that's 2 tablespoons of sesame. Okay.
When you're a professional, you know what 2 tablespoons looks like.
Yeah, I know that it's 2 tablespoons, and then we can start
Mix again.
mixing it. But okay, it depends on how much you want it to be spicy. I can put a little bit of that. Okay, or I can put some crushed red pepper.
Put just a little bit. Yeah, that'd be great. So
It's not very spicy. The crushed bell pepper is not very spicy.
I like spicy, but I'm just gonna give this to kids and all this stuff. So.
No, it will not be as spicy as you think. No.
Okay, so this just gives a little bit of kick.
A kick, yes.
So,
But
you
anyway,
could-
we're gonna taste it now.
So you could even, sorry, to be clear, you could put some of this in. When you
Yes.
make it for the end of Passover, you're putting jalapenos in or no?
I put yes, I put jalapeno.
I mean this stuff here.
Yeah, I put a fresh jalapeno in.
Now,
Yes,
when you did the batch that I got, had a jalapeno in it?
had a jalapeno. Actually, I don't use jalapeno. It's serrano pepper.
Serrano pepper. I'm sorry.
I
serrano
don't.
pepper.
Yeah, I don't use jalapeno. If I can't find a serrano, then I'll end up getting jalapeno. But other than that, no.
Okay.
Here you go.
All right, let me taste now.
Just now taste it. I can fry you a couple. You want me to?
Well, first it's.
No, that's too much. It's one taste like.
Oh my God, it was so good.
Yeah. You add some cornstarch.
So if you're saying that if I'm gonna make it now and eat it 3 hours later, if I add some cornstarch, that'll help.
And you can make it, put the cornstarch there and freeze it. It doesn't matter.
And where'd you learn this? Just tricks.
That's the chef. What the chef?
So he told you.
That's what the chef told me
Oh my gosh.
to do. He said, just add some cornstarch. And I said, see,
Yeah.
a pregnant tablespoon. And you don't have to worry about it. So
And how long do you think it could stay in the freezer?
mine stay like 3-4 months. Utensils.
So there's a cup with water and utensils here. This is going to make the next process.
I'm gonna wait until see what I do. I just put one of those to make sure that when it starts bubbling, then I know the oil is hot enough. So I dip this here,
Yeah.
okay? But as soon as
But it's not ready yet.
no, when the oil, here you go.
So when this little guy here that she put in starts to bubble, then she knows the oil is hot enough.
Absolutely. Should I eat some of the pita bread? The Egyptian?
Absolutely. And the Egyptian pita bread you bought from Arab market?
No, from Egypt. I brought it from Egypt. And I freezer sealed it as soon as I came home. And it's made, with, okay, look. See how fast it colored?
Yeah.
Look.
Yep. Do you have to flip them over? Or you're just doing a colored part.
I just flipped it over to see the color.
It almost like the sesame seeds rise to the outside of the. It feels like it rises to the outside of the falafel, but I'm sure it's mixed all the way through.
It's mixed. Some people even take the falafel and dip it
Sesame.
in sesame. Yeah. But I save the steps. Don't burn your tongue, sir.
See, I'm not patient. That's how you know.
Guy, go ahead and dip it in the henna.
I will. Just dip it right in here. Usually I wouldn't do that, but I'm taking this home with me, and oh my gosh. Oh my God. Excellent.
In good health, sir. See how beautiful the color is?
Yeah.
And if you're gonna make a big quantity, I mean, like I do 2 of these packages
For like a party.
for Passover,
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
mimuna.
Yeah.
I do that, but I put it through the meat grinder twice, and the very fine grind, which has little holes in it.
Yeah.
I'll show it to you.
What,
I do that because
what are you putting through? Oh, instead of doing the small food processor, you're using a big...
instead of putting the food processor, I just because I made
Yeah.
half of it.
Yeah.
Normally, I make a lot more than that.
And you need a bigger, more power to it, and
Not only that, it's just faster too.
yeah.
And I know that it's going to be all even when you grind it. So I do it twice through that meat grinder.
But you're doing it separate, like you did.
Yeah,
today.
I do the beans first, and then I put the onions, I put the garlic, then the greens, and then I do it one more time.
But sorry, do you you mix everything together and then put it back through?
Back again one more time.
Oh
Yes.
wow! And what is the advantage of that?
Just make sure that everything is thick, is used. You know.
Wow. You can see the heat coming off of this falafel. This is amazing. Wow.
And you will notice you won't have any gas. Even when I make fava beans, I soak it in water overnight with a tablespoon of vinegar.
Wow.
Okay, 2 packages.
Okay.
Or you